get ready. Phantasialand feels like the world's smallest 2-day theme park. There's so much packed into this densely themed space that it's easy to miss some things. In today's video, we want to highlight some of the Phantasialand hidden gems you may not know about. A few of these entries look at the unique features of the park that make it so special, but we also discuss a part of the history and some of the park's operations. Get ready. Number 7. Klugheim Dragons. Phantasialand has a string of fantasy elements found in many of the park's lands. Klugheim is filled with this sort of theming and design. One of the notable features of this land is the use of wooden dragons found on many of the roofs that make up this village. Phantasialand picked dragons as they're symbolic in cultures found around the world. Many cultures see dragons as a symbol of power, strength and wisdom, but specifically in Klugheim, they're placed on the roofs to protect the buildings and those within it. The dragon acts almost like a patron saint for this land. The dragon heads were handcrafted using Douglas fir wood, which was often used in shipbuilding. Phantasialand hired specific master craftsmen from Hamburg. Each dragon is uniquely designed and built by hand, using traditional carving techniques. They're also finished by applying flames directly to each part of the head, and this gives them their unique and rustic dark tones, ensuring each is unlike the other as they overlook the mighty Taran. This is one of the Phantasialand hidden gems which at first may actually go over your head quite literally. Number 6. The Michael Jackson Connection. From looking at Phantasialand today, you might not realise its historic and intrinsic links to the King of Pop. Michael Jackson actually made several visits to Phantasialand during his lifetime. He's also cited to have said that it was actually his favourite theme park in Europe. This specific connection led to Michael Jackson having his own attraction named after him. The current Colorado Adventure was actually originally titled Colorado Adventure: The Michael Jackson Thrill Ride. This is definitely one of the weirdest hidden gems for this specific reason. During its construction, Michael was said to be very excited about the development of the new ride. He later on went to adopt it, and it was officially opened by Michael himself in 1996, and he received a scale model of the ride. The Michael Jackson moniker was eventually removed from the ride in 2013. This is potentially due to the expense of licensing agreements, or maybe even just the messy PR associated with the name following a string of accusations. Colorado Adventure though is still arguably one of the best mine train coasters in the world, so it's definitely worth a visit one way or another. Number 5. Mystery Castle Cycles. Mystery Castle is an iconic feature in Phantasialand's attraction lineup. The ominous tower overlooks much of the park skyline in the eastern half of the park. It's an enclosed drop tower originally opening back in 1998. It also has a very unique theme with horror elements which we'll discuss later on in this video. But specifically for this point, many people might not know that Mystery Castle actually has different cycles. And by cycles we mean the actual operation of the ride is different depending on when you visit the attraction. The first cycle is longer, meaning you don't just experience one main drop. Instead, the ride shoots you up before dropping you. This is followed by a number of smaller drops as you bounce up and down within the tower. The shorter cycle, however, is a speedy lift to the top before one big drop. For this reason, we recommend making a trip to this ride a couple of times throughout the day just to make sure that you get both experiences. The longer cycle seems to be mostly running in the morning. It later changes to the shorter cycle as the park fills up in the afternoon. Number 4. Talocan. Not just a flat ride. Talocan is a Huss topspin attraction found in the Mexico portion of the park. Topspin flat rides can be found in multiple parks around the world. However, Talocan is known by theme park enthusiasts to be one of the best in the world. Although most of these attractions are typically very generic, Talocan has a slight difference making it quite unique. Phantasialand is an amazingly themed park, and it's no surprise that they put this much effort into their flat rides too. Talocan is fully equipped with its own cinematic special effects and perfectly synced soundtrack. This makes for a very intense experience on ride, but also if you want to watch. Although many might not fancy a ride on Talocan, the attraction is almost a show in and of itself. Fit with huge pyrotechnics, lighting and water effects, it's worth the time just to observe it in operation. The amazing theme and special effects timed with the music is quite a spectacle, so even if you don't want to ride it, make sure to take the time to at least visit Talocan and watch the show. Number 3. Mystery Castle Walkthrough. As we previously mentioned in this video, Mystery Castle is a uniquely horror themed drop tower. We mentioned it's worth a couple of visits to experience the different cycles, however we only briefly touched on the theme itself. The castle is supposed to be owned by an old family. They previously made a deal with the devil, but now none of the family descendants make it to live past 30. In order to defeat this curse, one of the family members has created a machine to extract positive powers from visitors. Luckily for us, we are some of the sacrificial lambs to try and experiment with it. Based on the elaborate backstory, the queue for Mystery Castle acts almost like a haunted walkthrough. This dark attraction has a suitably dark and scary queue that takes you deep inside to the castle. To add to this, there's also scare actors that commonly feature within the line. So if you weren't already scared of the ride, maybe you should be. Some scare actors will actually blend into the scenery and jump out as you least expect it. Even if you don't want to ride Mystery Castle, the queue is worth the walkthrough in and of itself. If you're not a fan of drop towers, you may have just missed out on one of the Fantasyland hidden gems. Take the time to go for a walk through this queue and experience this foreboding castle. Number 2. Hotel Lingbao features. Fantasyland is home to 3 hotels with their own specific themes. Hotel Matamba takes you into the deep heart of Africa. The newly opened Hotel Charles Lindbergh embeds itself in an alternative steampunk world, while Hotel Lingbao provides a serene Asian experience for visitors. What many don't know is the detail that has been put into some of these hotels. For example, the roof tiles found on Hotel Lingbao were specifically imported directly from China. This adds an extra layer of authenticity to the theming itself. Meanwhile, each room door has also been engraved by hand to give a unique feel. These are very easy things to miss, but add to the overall experience that you get when you stay in this hotel. If you're staying off-site, however, you might not even think about visiting some of these hotels. Although, Hotel Lingbao is definitely worth the trip for its theming and tranquil nature alone. You can walk through the relaxing gardens and visit the authentically themed pagodas. As the park is packed with attractions, it's very easy to miss some of the exterior elements that make this resort so amazing. Make a trip over and take a midday break here during your next visit. Number 1. Winyas Fear and Force, Unique Elements. We're big fans of spinning coasters here at The First Drop. This set of coasters also featured in our top 5 attractions at Fantasyland, which you can read over on our website. Considering their unique qualities, we thought it warranted a mention in this list, as they're very easy to miss. Not only that, but both coasters are very different from each other, so it's worth doing both. Many may opt to just pick one, and therefore we feel it's important to include this just to make sure that you get to experience both. You might chalk these up as typical spinning coasters, but they're really not, so don't pass on the opportunity to experience both rides. Firstly, both tracks feature vertical lift hills. This alone separates them from other spinning coasters like Crush's Coaster, for example. Both tracks also offer different hinge track sections. This means that the track actually tilts or drops forward to move your car along the track. Finally, there's also a bounce track just to keep you guessing. The track actually drops below you before bouncing you back up. These elements are tactically hidden in the ride, so don't let the viewable portions of the track deceive you. They're very unique spinning coasters that are not to be missed. Fantasyland is a small park, but that's not to say it isn't filled with treasure. This is a world-class theme park with amazing theming and attractions. Between this and some of the other unique elements and operations, there's plenty of Fantasyland hidden gems to be found. Have you been to Fantasyland? What did you make of it? Leave a comment and let us know about your experience. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and consider pressing the subscribe button to give us some more motivation to keep these videos going. And if you enjoy general theme park content, check out our website and our social media pages. We'll leave links in the description below. Now you're ready.